Hello to all my friends, all my cloud enthusiasts. I hope you all are doing great, or I hope you all are doing in the best of your health, and you guys are also learning the cloud technology by following me. Guys, my name is Tejas Mahendrakar, and I call myself the Cloud Simplifier because I am here to simplify the cloud for you. Because when I initially started the cloud journey, it was very difficult for me to understand the services, the jargons that were used in this cloud technology, and I couldn't understand. The way I could understand is when I related it to the real life things that we already use, just to simplify the things. So when I related it, when I created that analogy, it was very simple for me to understand how these services work, and I intend to do the same thing with you people. All right. So guys, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, that's my name, Tejas Mahendrakar. You can go on LinkedIn, search for Tejas Mahendrakar. You will find a guy wearing a coat like this, and then you can click on connect. Do not hesitate. I'll definitely accept you. If you want me to help you in any ways, do not hesitate to contact me on my email address, which is provided on the screen as well. And if you like the content on this channel, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is the Cloud Minds. If you go on YouTube and search for the Cloud Minds, you will end up on my channel, and you can subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of the contents. So guys, what are we going to learn today? We are going to learn and see how we use Lambda. Now we are focusing more on Lambda because I want you to get the basics straight. We will use S3, we will use Lambda, and we will use two S3 buckets, right? One is the source bucket, one is the destination buckets. I'll upload something in the source bucket. So the way that we are going to deal with today, or we are going to architect it today, is I'll upload something in the S3 bucket that will in turn trigger the Lambda because of its event, and it will be put in a source bucket. And this everything will be done in Python inside Lambda, guys. I already have the code. I will start everything from the basics, from the scratch, and if you can see, there is nothing. This is my AWS management console. I just refreshed it. There is nothing in the Lambda, and there is just one CDK bucket which I had created previously. If you go to my previous videos, you will see and understand why we had created this bucket. Alright guys, so there is no other bucket. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and create two buckets, one with the name source and the other with the name destination. And remember guys, we have already spoken about it. The bucket names have to be globally unique. So I'll try to give some unique and lengthy names so that it becomes unique. Obviously, I'll try to give today's date, my name, as well as source and destination, so that it is, unique and it doesn't cause any conflicts. All right. So let me start with my demo bucket. Let me provide today's date, which is 20th February 2024, and let me write source with it. Let's see if this bucket name is available or not. If not, then we'll add some more stuff to it just to make it unique. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm not changing anything else. All the configurations that are here will still remain the same. I will not change anything. By default, everything whatever is available, I'll just put it here. I'll just keep everything here, and I'll hit on create bucket. If the name is available, obviously the name was available. That's the reason why the bucket was created. All right. You can see here that my demo bucket 20th February 2024 source has been created. Now I'll go ahead and create a destination bucket. I'll leave everything as same. I'll just change this as destination bucket. All right. I'll not change anything else. I'll just change the word from source to destination. And let's see if this name is available. If it is available, then it will allow to create the bucket. Yes, this name is available. So if you can see, I have two buckets. One is the source bucket and one is the destination bucket with today's date. All right. Let's go back to Lambda. I'll just fetch it, refresh it again, and then show that there is no function that is being created. I'll create a demo function. I'll name this function as S3 Lambda integration source testing. Right. So why I'm naming it this way, for me to make it easily understandable that I am putting something in the source and I'm moving it to the destination. And the runtime I want to choose is Python as of now, and then rest everything I'll just leave it default. One of the things that you need to do later is to add an AWS full access to the IAM role, and I'll show you that as well. And if there are any errors, we'll try to debug the errors here itself online so that you can understand while you are trying, if there are any errors, how do you debug them. Alright, I'm not using any existing role, I'm just creating a new role with basic Lambda permissions, and we'll have to add the, as I said, S3 full access to that IAM role. Alright guys, let's go ahead and create the function. It will take just a few seconds to create the function. Let us wait. Alright guys, as you can see, we have created the function, and there is a boilerplate code, which is the default code by which the Lambda is created. Alright. Now what I'll do is, I'll definitely right now go to IAM, and then I will add the S3 full access to it. Let's just wait till the IAM gets loaded. Alright. So in IAM you have to go to the role and then check for the Lambda S3 integration, the name of the Lambda that we have created recently. We just have to check with that name. So it is S3 Lambda integration source to destination. This is the role that is created. Of course you can use existing roles as well, but I like creating new roles, and then I'll try to add a new role here as well. Alright guys, what I'll do is, I'll go here to the add permission and I'll attach policies. Here I'll just try to see S3 full access. I'll just copy this, I'll just add this permission as of now to the existing policy. Now you can see that there is Lambda basic execution permission available, as well as Amazon S3 full access available. Now why are we doing this? Because when we have to talk or make any changes within any of the other services, we have to add the policies here within the IAM so that we can get the access to add, delete or edit the contents within that bucket. Alright, the next thing that we need to do is add a trigger. Like last time, if you see my last video, we had added an S3 trigger here, and we'll do the same thing. We'll add the source here, the source bucket. If you just click on it, it will show you the destination source and the other bucket that we had created. I'll just create the source. I'll leave this as it is, all object create events. I'll leave this as it is. I'll not add any prefix or any suffix, and I'll acknowledge that the buckets, the S3 source and destination buckets will not be the same, because it will again get into an irrecoverable or recursive loop, and we don't want that to happen. Alright guys, let's add that. I'll not change anything else, I'll just keep this as basics. So if you see, I have added the S3 as a trigger. Any event that happens here in the S3, it will trigger an event and the Lambda will get triggered. Alright, let me go back to the code and show you. This is a very basic code, and there is one of the codes. I'll give you the link in the description as well. I have taken the codes from Geeks for Geeks website, and this is the code that I have copied from that website. It is a very simple code. You just have to provide the destination bucket name here and nothing else. I just have to provide that name, and everything else will be done by itself, guys. Alright, this is a very simple code that I have copied from, as I said, Geeks for Geeks website, and it is very simple code. I just have to provide the destination bucket name. Let me go back here and then copy the destination bucket name. I just need the name, guys. I don't need anything else. So if you see, this is the name. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, then we'll go ahead and debug. And as I said, this is a very good example. If anything happens, it's a very good example. It will be a very good example learning for all of us to understand how the S3 Lambda integration works, and if there is any issues within the AWS services, how do we rectify them, which is being caused by the things that we are doing. Alright guys, so let us see what is this. This imports a few of the libraries. It creates an S3 client. Now why do we need this? We need that to copy one of the files from the source to the destination. Whatever the files we put in source, it will be moved to the destination, guys. Alright, so let's see. I've just added a print Lambda here just to understand whether the Lambda has begin or not. Alright, whether the cursor is moved within that function or not. Alright, I'm getting the source bucket name from the event. Now in my previous video I've already explained you what is event and context. If you don't understand this, please watch my previous video and you'll understand what are the event and context here. Alright, I have provided the destination bucket name, guys, and we have created an object of the file name, whichever the file has been uploaded, whatever the file has been uploaded, that file plus the source bucket name will create a unique URL or URN by which it will try and copy in this line. The object will be copied from the source to the destination bucket, guys. All right. So let's see. Now what I'll do is I'll deploy this. The Lambda is getting deployed now. When it has provided the success message, that means it has deployed. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and then upload a sample image on this source bucket, and we will see if it has gone to the destination bucket or not. Just to make sure that it is not there, I'll go to the destination bucket and I'll refresh it just to show you. It says there is no object, right? I'll go to the source, and because there is a trigger added, the Lambda will get triggered, and then we will get the whatever the file that we have put in the source, we'll get into the destination bucket. Alright, I'll pause here and then come back once I have uploaded the object, guys. Alright guys, I have uploaded an object here. I've not yet uploaded it in the bucket. I've just added it here, and I'll click on the upload button. Now if you see in the source, it is getting added. The upload was successful. Now let us see if the Lambda has gotten triggered or not. I'll go to monitor and then I'll open the CloudWatch logs. This is a very beautiful way to understand where our Lambda, how the Lambda is behaving, whether it is creating the events or not, or whether it is failing. If it is failing, then we'll have to debug and see why it is failing. Most of the time, if not, it is our own mistake. That's the reason why these kind of mistakes happen, and we'll have to debug and understand why these mistakes are happening. Alright, there is a log group that is created. Let's go ahead and see if everything is done. Yes, it says the Lambda has begun and the Lambda has ended without any error. Now this is the source bucket. I have uploaded it here. Let me go back and open the, let me actually open it in a new tab so that you guys can understand there is no funny business that's going on here. Let me go to the destination bucket and see. Wow, the object has been moved from the source to the destination bucket, guys, with just the Lambda trigger. This is all I wanted to talk to you. This is all I wanted to show you, how we can use the source and destination buckets and trigger the Lambda and then get whatever we are expecting into a destination bucket. And that's not the only thing. There are a few other services that you can use as a destination. We had in our previous organization, we had used, as I said, Cloud Search as one of the destinations for the Lambda, and you can use different AWS services as well. You will get ample amount of examples. If not, definitely wait for the content. I'll definitely make contents on these and then share with you guys. Alright guys, that's what I wanted to show you. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson, this session, and I hope that you have followed me, you have subscribed to the channel, and you are enjoying these contents. If not, do let me know in comment section what it is that you want me to improve, and I'll definitely improve and provide you the best content that you guys deserve. Alright guys, this is Tejas signing off, and you have a great day.